Stop taking these 4 vitamins. If you're over 65, they could be destroying your body from the inside out. You've been told that vitamins are harmless, that they're just supplements. But what if I told you that some of the pills you pop every morning might be sabotaging your health, silently, steadily, and fatally? Shocking but true. According to the Journal of the Medical Association, older adults who take the wrong vitamins face up to a 40% higher risk of early death. That's not hype, that's hard science. One common vitamin, taken daily by millions, has been directly tied to brain shrinkage. Another, it raises your chance of stroke, heart failure, and nerve damage, even in normal doses. And if you're over 65, your body can't process excess vitamins the way it used to. Your liver slows down. Your kidneys can't flush toxins as efficiently. Your nervous system becomes more vulnerable. These vitamins build up, toxify your system, and mimic what many dismiss as normal aging: fatigue, dizziness, memory lapses. But it's not just aging, it's something you can prevent. In this video, we're going to expose 4 vitamins you must cut out immediately, and 4 life-saving nutrients you should be taking every single day to protect your heart, your brain, and your future. Stick around until the end, because vitamin number 1 has been linked to a 36% lower risk of death from all causes, according to a major study in Europe. Before we dive in, drop a comment below. Where are you watching from? We love hearing from health-conscious seniors around the world. Now let's start with the dangerous ones, beginning with a vitamin that seems innocent, but could be silently harming your body day after day. Number 4. Vitamin A. Vitamin A might sound like one of the safe ones. It's praised for helping your eyesight, skin, and immune system. But here's what most people over 65 don't realize. The form of vitamin A matters, and the wrong kind can silently build up in your system and turn toxic over time. If you're taking multivitamins or liver-based supplements, there's a good chance you're consuming vitamin A in the form of retinol or retinol palmitate. And that's where the danger begins. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning your body stores it, mostly in the liver and fat tissue. As you age, your liver slows down and your metabolism changes. So instead of processing and eliminating the excess, your body keeps it, and each dose adds more to the pile. What does that mean for you? Symptoms like dry skin, dizziness, blurry vision, and joint pain may start creeping in. You might chalk it up to aging, but in reality, it could be chronic vitamin A toxicity building silently in the background. It gets worse. Studies show that older adults consuming more than 2,000 to 3,000 micrograms per day of vitamin A from supplements are at serious risk. In fact, a 2022 review published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that too much vitamin A in seniors was linked to a 25% higher risk of atrial fibrillation, a dangerous heart rhythm disorder that dramatically increases the chance of stroke, especially in people over 65. So what should you do? Your body still needs vitamin A, but not in synthetic form. Instead of taking retinol-based supplements, rely on foods like sweet potatoes, carrots, spinach, and eggs. These contain beta-carotene, a safer version that your body only converts into vitamin A when needed. That means no risk of overdose. And if you're still taking a multivitamin, check the label closely. Anything over 700 micrograms daily for womb, and/or 900 for men could be harmful when taken long-term. The safest choice? Cut out the synthetic vitamin A and stick to food-based sources your body can actually manage. That's your first warning. The next vitamin on the list is even more dangerous, and shockingly, it's often recommended to older adults without any testing at all. Number 3. Iron, often praised as a cure for fatigue, brittle nails, or weakness, may be one of the most dangerous supplements for older adults. And if you're over 65 and still taking it just in case, it's time for a serious wake-up call. Here's what no one tells you. As you age, your body stops shedding iron the way it used to. Women no longer lose it monthly. Men haven't lost it regularly since puberty. So what happens to all that extra iron? It builds up. Iron doesn't get flushed out like some harmless vitamin C. It accumulates silently in your liver, heart, and pancreas, and slowly turns toxic. That excess sparks oxidative stress, a process where your own tissues get bombarded by unstable molecules that break down cells and silently age your organs from the inside out. It gets worse. Iron overload encourages the production of lipid peroxides, nasty compounds linked to Alzheimer's, cancer, and cardiovascular disease. And yet, many seniors are still being told to take more. The truth? Most older adults don't need iron supplements at all. Unless you've been diagnosed with a deficiency, are bleeding from an ulcer, or recovering from surgery, your daily meals are likely giving you more than enough. Iron hides in red meat, beans, spinach, even breakfast cereal. But add a daily supplement on top of that and you push your system into overload. The symptoms? They're sneaky. Fatigue, joint aches, heart palpitations, or memory lapses. Many doctors chalk it up to aging. But beneath the surface, iron may be damaging your brain, liver, and heart every single day. Unlike iron deficiency, which can be quickly treated, iron overload takes months or years to correct, and the damage might already be done by the time it's caught. If you're taking a multivitamin with iron, stop now and talk to your doctor. Ask for 2 tests, serum ferritin and transferrin saturation. These are the only ways is to know whether your iron stores are dangerously high. And here's your best move going forward. Choose supplements that are labeled iron-free, especially if you're over 65. Because after a certain age, iron doesn't boost your strength, it quietly chips away at it. Iron may have been your friend when you were younger, but now it's more like a spark in dry grass, a slow-burning threat your body can't afford to ignore. Number 2, calcium. Do you think calcium is protecting your bones? After 65, it might be setting you up for a heart attack. Here's a shocking truth that most seniors never hear, that calcium supplement you've been faithfully taking could be quietly damaging your body, and not in the way you'd expect. For decades, calcium has been marketed as a must-have for strong bones. It's in the brochures at every doctor's office. It's stamped across bottles of senior multivitamins, and it's likely part of your daily routine. But here's the part they rarely tell you. Once you're past 65, especially if you're a woman post-menopause or a man with aging metabolism, your bones stop absorbing calcium efficiently. So where does all that extra calcium go? Into the wrong places, into your arteries, into your joints, into soft tissues where it doesn't belong. And when calcium builds up in your arteries, it doesn't protect you. It increases your risk of heart attack and stroke. This isn't a theory, it's backed by science. Multiple studies have shown that calcium supplements, especially when taken alone, can contribute to dangerous artery calcification. In other words, instead of strengthening bones, you might be hardening your arteries. It doesn't end there. Excess calcium from supplements can also trigger bloating, constipation, and block the absorption of vital minerals like zinc and iron. Worse, if you're on acid blockers for heartburn, like millions of seniors are, your body won't even absorb the calcium properly, leaving your gut irritated and your bones no stronger. The result? Poor digestion, no real benefit to your skeleton, and extra stress on your cardiovascular system. So what's the smarter move? Food first. Calcium from natural sources, like leafy greens, chia seeds, almonds, yogurt, and sardines with bones, comes with cofactors your body understands. It's absorbed more efficiently, where it's needed, and far less likely to go rogue. And if supplementation is necessary, it should always come with vitamin D3 and K2. These nutrients act like traffic controllers, helping shuttle calcium into your bones and away from your arteries, where it could otherwise do serious harm. If your daily multivitamin is still giving you 500 to 1,000 milligrams of calcium on top of a diet already rich in calcium, it's time to rethink your plan. Your bones need more than calcium. They need balance, movement, and proper absorption. And your heart? It needs you to keep calcium in the right place, not clogging the lifelines that keep you alive. Coming up next is vitamin number 1, the most dangerous supplement for seniors, often taken without testing and strongly tied to memory loss, muscle decline, and even premature death. Stay tuned. You need to hear this. Number 1, vitamin B6. You've probably never questioned vitamin B6. It's marketed for energy, brain support, and nerve health. It's in nearly every multivitamin. Even doctors casually recommend it. But here's the uncomfortable truth. For older adults, high doses of vitamin B6 can lead to irreversible nerve damage, and it's happening far more often than people realize. B6 is water-soluble, so we assume the body just flushes out the extra, right? Wrong. Unlike other water-soluble nutrients, vitamin B6 has a dark side. When taken in large quantities, it doesn't get eliminated. It starts collecting in your nerve tissue, and once it accumulates, the damage begins. What kind of damage? Tingling, numbness, burning feet, trouble walking, muscle weakness. These aren't just signs of aging, they're red flags of B6 toxicity, and they're often misdiagnosed as neuropathy, diabetes complications, or just getting older, when the real cause is a vitamin that's gone unchecked. Most people don't realize that even 50 milligrams per day, taken regularly, can be too much for seniors. The official upper limit is 100 milligrams daily, but many supplements, including so-called energy blends and nerve support pills, deliver 100% to 250% of that limit in just one serving. Stack those with a multivitamin and fortified foods, and suddenly, you're way over the line, and you may never know it until symptoms hit. What makes things worse? Older adults process nutrients differently. Metabolism slows, liver and kidney function decline. And if you already have thyroid issues or diabetes, your nervous system is under even more stress, making you more vulnerable to long-term damage from excess B6. And here's the part no one warns you about. Once that nerve damage starts, recovery is painfully slow, if it happens at all. So how much B6 do you actually need? The answer is shockingly small, 1.5 milligrams daily for women, 1.7 milligrams for men. And you can easily get that from foods like bananas, chickpeas, turkey, tuna, and fortified cereals, no megadoses required. Unless your doctor has confirmed a clinical B6 deficiency through lab testing, you have no business supplementing this vitamin in high amounts. If your current supplement has more than 5 to 10 milligrams per serving, it's time to rethink your routine. Fast. Because when it comes to B6, more doesn't mean better. After 65, more can mean permanent nerve damage you didn't see coming. That wraps up the 4 most dangerous vitamins seniors should avoid without medical supervision, but don't go anywhere. Next, we'll reveal the 4 most essential nutrients you should take daily after 65, starting with the one that could lower your risk of death from all causes. Stay with us. The next part could change the way you age. Number 4, magnesium. If you're over 65, there's a very real chance you're running low, dangerously low. And it's not just about getting tired or feeling off. Magnesium deficiency can quietly lead to muscle cramps, anxiety, poor sleep, irregular heartbeat, even blood sugar problems, and early signs of dementia, all while masquerading as normal aging. But this isn't aging, it's depletion. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. As we get older, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing magnesium. Kidneys start to flush it out more rapidly. And to make matters worse, medications commonly prescribed to seniors, like diuretics, antacids, and blood pressure pills, strip magnesium from your body even faster. That slow leak adds up, and the consequences are everywhere. Fatigue that won't go away, cramps in the middle of the night, balance issues, brain fog, anxiety, even blood pressure spikes. Why is magnesium so important? Because it's not just another supplement. It's involved in over 300 enzyme reactions in the body. It regulates nerve function, stabilizes blood sugar, keeps your heartbeat steady, and directly affects how your brain communicates with the rest of your body. And when it's missing, everything starts to go sideways. In fact, studies have linked low magnesium levels to an increased risk of dementia, atrial fibrillation, and type 2 diabetes. Yet few doctors test for it, and most multivitamins don't contain enough to make a difference. Worse, not all magnesium supplements actually work. Many cheap forms, like magnesium oxide, are barely absorbed and often led to stomach trouble or diarrhea. That's why so many seniors try magnesium and give up, thinking it doesn't help. But the truth is, you need the right form: magnesium glycinate, magnesium citrate, or magnesium malate. These types are easier to absorb, gentler on aging digestive systems, and far more effective at restoring what your body truly needs. The ideal dose: between 250 to 400 milligrams per day, depending on your diet and health condition. Can you get it from food? Absolutely. Leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, avocados, almonds, and black beans are great sources. But with modern farming stripping minerals from the soil, even a healthy diet often falls short. That's why supplementation becomes essential, especially if you're on multiple medications. So if you've been struggling with symptoms that don't seem to add up, tiredness, restless sleep, mood swings, or strange muscle aches, don't dismiss them. You may not be aging, you may simply be missing magnesium. Coming up next, vitamin number 3, a powerhouse nutrient that fuels over 1,000 processes in your body, strengthens your immune system, and has been shown to reduce the risk of cancer and respiratory infections in seniors. And if you've found this video helpful so far, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. The next vitamin could change the way you age. Number 3, vitamin D3. Maybe you think it's just for bones, but here's the truth. After 65, this isn't just a vitamin, it's a life or death hormone your body is running out of fast. That's right, vitamin D3 is technically a hormone, not just a nutrient. And by the time you hit your late 60s, your skin's ability to convert sunlight into D3 drops by over 50%. Add in sunscreen, time spent indoors, or living in areas with less sunlight, and your D3 levels can crash without warning. The consequences? Anything but minor. Fatigue, fragile bones, muscle loss, poor immunity, a higher chance of getting sick and staying sick. But that's just the beginning. A massive 2020 review in the British Medical Journal uncovered something terrifying. Seniors with low D3 levels had a 50% higher risk of serious respiratory infections, and even worse, a 30% higher risk of death from all causes, including heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. And why? Because vitamin D3 is the immune system's trigger switch. It tells immune cells when and how to attack, slams the brakes on chronic inflammation, and helps your body repair damaged tissue faster. People with strong D3 levels don't just avoid infections, they bounce back quicker, fight harder, and age more gracefully. And the brain? It's no exception. Low D3 has been linked to memory problems, depression, and rising rates of dementia in seniors. It's not just your body that suffers, it's your mind, your focus, your emotional resilience. Here's the catch. Most multivitamins include too little to matter. The recommended 600 to 800 IU per day may have been enough decades ago, but today, experts agree, most older adults need 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily just to keep their blood levels stable. And if you're already deficient, you'll need more, under a doctor's guidance. What form should you take? Cholecalciferol, D3, not D2. It's the most bioactive form, better. Absorbed, and nearly identical to the D3 your body naturally makes from sunlight. It comes in soft gels, drops, or capsules. Take it with food, especially meals that include fat, to maximize absorption. If you've been feeling off and can't figure out why, if you're getting sick more often, feeling weaker, or forgetting little things, it could be your D3 levels crashing in the background. Up next, vitamin number 2. A crucial nutrient for your blood, brain, and nerves that far too many seniors are missing. And the symptoms? Often mistaken for aging or early dementia. You won't want to miss this. Number 2, vitamin B12. It starts subtly. A little fatigue here, a bit of brain fog there, maybe a tingling in your fingers or feet. Nothing too alarming, until one day your legs feel weaker, your steps become unsteady, and your memory slips more often than you'd like. What's really happening? You could be running dangerously low on vitamin B12 and not even know it. B12 is essential for keeping your nerves firing, your red blood cells healthy, and your brain sharp. But here's the catch. After 60, your body begins to lose the ability to absorb B12 from food. The reason? Your stomach stops making enough acid, which is needed to extract B12 from meat, dairy, and eggs. So you might be eating all the right things and still sliding into deficiency. To make matters worse, common medications like antacids and metformin interfere even further, draining your B12 levels faster than you can replenish them. And this isn't just about mental sharpness. Low B12 damages your nerves, leading to balance issues, leg weakness, and falls. It's often mistaken for arthritis or aging, but it could be something far more preventable. The real danger? Once the damage is done, it's hard to undo. So what's the solution? Stop relying on food alone. The smarter move is supplementing with methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin, forms of B12 that bypass your stomach and go straight to work through your gut lining or mouth. How much do you need? For most older adults, 500 to 1,000 micrograms per day is ideal, sometimes more, depending on your blood work. B12 is water-soluble, so your body will flush the excess. No buildup, no toxicity, just restored function. You can take it as a tablet, a sublingual lozenge under the tongue, or even a weekly injection if you're severely deficient. If you're over 65 and haven't checked your B12 levels recently, get tested immediately. This might be the most overlooked number in your entire blood panel. Because when your B12 is low, everything else, your muscles, memory, mood, and mobility, starts to fall apart. And now, we move on to vitamin number 1, the single most powerful nutrient for seniors, linked to stronger immunity, better heart health, brain protection, and a 36% lower risk of death from all causes according to a major European study. Don't miss it. This is the one that could truly change everything. Number 1, omega-3. It's not a vitamin, but for anyone over 65, omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, may be the most important nutrient of all. And yet, most people are dangerously low without even knowing it. The numbers don't lie. In 2021, a massive study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed more than 42,000 adults over 60. The people with the highest omega-3 levels didn't just feel better. They had a 36% lower risk of death from any cause. That's not just about heart health. That's about staying alive, period. And it gets even more serious. Another study found that seniors who took omega-3 supplements saw their risk of dying from a heart attack drop by more than 45%. These aren't small benefits. These are game changers. As we age, our brains, hearts, joints, and immune systems begin to weaken. But omega-3s are involved in every one of those areas. They help your body fight off inflammation, keep your mind sharp, support stable heart rhythms, and strengthen the very tissue that keeps you upright and moving. Without enough EPA and DHA, everything starts to slip. Memory, movement, energy, even the ability to bounce back after getting sick. But here's the problem. Most people over 60 are severely deficient, simply because they're not eating enough cold water fish like salmon or sardines. And unfortunately, even a good diet often isn't enough. That's why high-quality fish oil supplements are so important. The kind that actually works? It should deliver at least 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA per day, and even more if you're dealing with chronic inflammation or heart issues. And don't just grab the cheapest bottle you can find. You want something tested for purity, free from heavy metals, and ideally in a form your body can absorb efficiently. If you're worried about a fishy aftertaste, taking it with food usually solves that. And For those who are vegan or allergic to fish, plant-based omega-3s from algae offer a powerful alternative. This isn't just about preventing disease. Omega-3s help you think more clearly, sleep more deeply, move more freely, and age with far more strength and control. They're literally the raw material your brain needs to function. And for seniors, that's not just helpful, it's vital. You've now seen what matters most. Some nutrients can sharpen your mind and protect your body. Others can quietly tear it down. At this stage in life, it's not about adding more pills to your routine. It's about choosing the right ones, at the right dose, and giving your body exactly what it's been missing. So take a moment. Look at what's in your cabinet. Ask yourself, what have you been taking that might be helping or hurting? And which of these facts surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this video opened your eyes, give it a like and subscribe. Because every week, we're bringing you the real science to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come.